Okay, we've got to talk about the Nazca mummies, the battle over the Nazca mummies. That's right, there is an interesting development in the Nazca situation, and we are going to talk about that. So get in here. This is Jack with Cosmic Road. I talk about UFOs and the paranormal. Please hit like and subscribe, and let me know what you think in the comments below. Okay, here we go. This is from the AP. They're not aliens. That's the verdict from Peru officials who seized two doll-like figures. Lima, Peru. Aliens, they are not. That's what forensics experts in Peru said Friday about two doll-like figures and an alleged three-fingered hand that customs authorities in the South American country seized last year from a shipment heading to Mexico. The forensics experts with Peru's prosecutor's office said the objects were made with paper, glue, metal, and human and animal bones. The findings quash some people's belief that the figures come from an alien center or come from another planet, all of which is totally false, said forensic archaeologist Flavio Estrada, who led the analysis. The conclusion is simple. They are dolls assembled with bones of animals from this planet with modern synthetic glues. Therefore, they were not assembled during pre-Hispanic times. They are not ETs. They are not aliens. So, okay, let's go over what we've got, all right? So, this is the doll, or one of the dolls that they found, right? That they examined in this story that were seized, those two dolls. You can clearly see that does not look like the genuine mummies that are under discussion. The actual Nazca mummies, they look like that. I mean, they don't all have eggs. They don't all have implants. But they are genuine skeletons that have been exhaustively studied by many different scientists and doctors. But that's the fake, right? That's the doll. So you can clearly see there is a huge difference between the ones that the Ministry of Culture of Peru is trying to debunk and the actual genuine Nazca mummies. This is clearly a disinformation job. This is a campaign to discredit the Nazca mummies. And let's go over this very interesting exchange between a reporter and this panel of people from the Ministry of Culture of Peru. And I will minimize my head so you can read the subtitles. I'll make it back to it. There we go.
Del Instituto de Medicina Legal se han graduado ante la opinión pública como muñecólogos, son expertos en muñecos, pero no conocen nada de la ciencia y las investigaciones que se han hecho en la Universidad de Ica. Quieren confundir a la opinión pública con estos muñecos, con estas réplicas que seguro van a aparecer más. Y utiliza términos totalitarios como toda la comunidad científica. Uno que ha sido su jefe, señor Estrada, que ha sido presidente de la Asociación Peruana de Medicina Legal, ha analizado los cuerpos desecados de Nazca que están en la Universidad de Ica y no ha encontrado ninguna manipulación, ninguna alteración. El ADN está publicado en bibliotecas científicas, en el NSBI, y ustedes ni siquiera se dan el trabajo de ir a la Universidad de Ica. Ni siquiera es una universidad privada, es una universidad del Estado. Acá estamos viendo el Estado, el Ministerio de Cultura, contra otra entidad del Estado. Además, el Ministerio de Cultura, frente a una universidad, tiene un rango administrativo, mientras que la universidad tiene una capacidad de investigación, y esa es su función principal, la investigación. Y viendo el nivel con el que han estado manejando los otros muñecos, los cuales por confesión de parte del señor Ábalos fueron contaminados con líquido seminal y vello púbico, yo tengo que dudar de la capacidad y la integridad de los análisis que han hecho. Lo hicieron en una conferencia en la Universidad de San Marcos. Y quiero poner en alerta a la opinión pública. Aquí hay un intento temerario de tapar un hallazgo arqueológico disruptivo, en serio, con seres reales que no son armados, que no han sido modificados, pero que un sector de la comunidad científica quiere que desaparezcan, quieren que no existan, quieren que sea una verdad que se tape. Entonces, diga usted, señor Estrada, lo que usted ha analizado acá es idéntico a lo que se ha analizado en la Universidad de Ica y que tiene una tonelada de evidencia científica, de forenses, de bioinformática, de análisis que se han hecho en todo el mundo. ¿Es lo mismo?
A ver, señor Mantilla, no sé cómo responderle, si a usted responderle como periodista o como ufólogo, en principio.
Usted se la ha pasado durante 6 años mintiendo. Usted se la ha pasado siendo el payaso de Maussan. Así de siempre, se lo digo en su cara. Estos son muñecos armados. Tanto como los que están en Ica, como la falsedad de los híbridos, de 3 dedos, el muñeco grande, eso es falso. El único que se cree ese cuento es usted. Y usted es un payaso. Gracias, señor Mantilla.
Oh my God, guys. So this guy, Estrada, he doesn't even bother to address the points raised in the question, right? He just calls him a clown. That's his response. He can't address the points raised in the question because he knows he's part of a disinformation campaign. He is part of the cover-up, almost certainly. But look at the doll in question. Look at that doll. That looks nothing like the genuine Nazca mummies. I mean, it's probably supposed to look like the genuine Nazca mummies, but clearly that does not look like the specimens that we've been discussing for the last few months, right? That is a crude reproduction, as he says, of paper with paper mache and glue of a genuine being. And this is clearly and obviously a disinformation campaign. It's just so disgusting that they are thinking they can get away with this. But this is something a viewer sent me, and a hat tip to the viewer who sent it to me. I really appreciate it. This is a list of various doctors and scientists that have looked at the mummies. The list of scientists and/or physicians. Surgeon Edson Salazar Vivanco was the first doctor to analyze the tridactyl specimens. Dr. Raimundo Salas Afaro, and all these other people. Radiologists, Mary Jesse of the University of Colorado saw the x-rays and tomographies and detects no evidence of assembly or trickery, but comments that the skeleton seen in tomography of the specimen Maria is anomalous. And so you can see it's not all Mexican and Peruvian doctors and scientists. There are some Western doctors and scientists that have looked at these. There's also some people from Japan that have looked at them. Dr. Lilian Christofal, a French materials science characterization engineer, also contributed a report on previous analyses performed at the Peruvian Metallurgic and Mines Institute, using energy dispersive spectroscopy on metal parts associated with tridactyl specimens. Russian Dr. Natalia, director of the image analysis at the MIBS Medical Institute, found the images worthy of study. Biophysicist, geneticist, and expert in applied genetic recombination technology, Dr. William Brown, stated that part of the original genes do not match human genes and do not appear to match those of any terrestrial species. Russian molecular geneticist Oleg Gotov from the Department of Molecular Genetics at St. Petersburg University with his bioinformatician colleague Alexei analyzed the results obtained with 2 sequencers. They found the original ancestral DNA genes that, when compared with human gene bank, had unknown alternative variants in relation to the standard human genome. Neither 25% of the Maria genes nor 23% of the Wawida genes compared with a human population analysis matched those of a modern population. Doug Taylor, PhD in biochemistry and molecular biology and professor of biotechnology at Harrisburg University, stated that the tridactyl finding is extremely interesting and that it really needs to be investigated. Moreover, different groups of scientists with different genetic research techniques could join forces. And we're not even halfway done with all of the people that have looked at this. It's been looked at by a lot of people, guys, who have all validated the authenticity of these specimens. And of course, we're talking about the genuine specimens, not this fake doll trotted out by the government of Peru to discredit this whole amazing phenomenon, or these bodies. These bodies are disclosure, guys. I mean, this is UFO disclosure. Unless possibly they evolved here somehow, some sort of bipedal humanoid kind of thing that evolved independently and has left no traces in the fossil record, which seems unlikely because that's a massive gap in the fossil record. I mean, we've seen small gaps filled in with new information and new findings, but never a gap that large. It almost has to require an off-world explanation, unless possibly they evolved underground and evidence of their evolution, cycle or trajectory is all underground. I guess that's possible, right? I mean, it could happen. But again, that seems unlikely. So it seems more likely they are some sort of hybrid race or created race, possibly an offshoot of the Greys that were created to exist here on Earth and that were interacting with the peoples of the time and have been all over the world, because we've seen evidence that this was a global presence by these beings, and I've shown the evidence of that in previous videos. There were also various related beings, some larger, some human-sized, like Maria. So this thing is clearly a doll, and it is being trotted out to discredit the Nazca mummies in an obvious disinformation campaign. So don't fall for it, guys. This guy is part of the cover-up. This is so unfortunate that this is happening. I guess it should be expected. As Tim Burchett says, you're over the mark when you're getting flack. And so they're getting flack right now because they are over the mark. Because this is disclosure, guys. But it's only disclosure if we know about it. And if we let ourselves be led astray by the cover-up, it will remain hidden. So anyway, I just wanted to let you know about this fascinating event that is occurring right now, where the cover-up has reared its ugly head to discredit the very genuine Nazca mummies. So let me know what you think about it all in the comments below. And if you've enjoyed this video, please give me a big thumbs up. I sure appreciate it. Smash the subscribe button and the bell to be notified of future videos. You don't want to miss a thing. Join me on social media. Facebook and Twitter links are below. Love to see you guys there. If you wanted to support Cosmic Road in a bigger way, please consider grabbing a coffee mug or a t-shirt in the merch store, or by becoming a channel member. Channel members are rock stars, and I really appreciate you guys' support. Also, channel members frequently get to see videos hours ahead of everybody else. Meanwhile, there are plenty of other videos on the channel, and I'll see you guys next time. This is Jack with Cosmic Road, signing out.